so bored for today. Plus, today is Cherry Chan's 14th birthday, but I don't know what should I do with Cherry Chan on her 14th birthday. Well, it seems like my new friends from another country has come. I must check it out.
Hi Molly-san, how are you all doing?
こんにちはルミコさんとルドラミさん。はじめまして二人。
Well, Molly-san, I didn't expect that you speak in Japanese to me and our friends from English on the Indian Beyonder and Protagonist Animated 2007. Great job, Molly-san.
ありがとうルミコさんとルドラミさん。お二人は最高です。
Oh my flying lord. Molly the Foot?
Oh my god. Victoria. What the flying hell is wrong with you? No object head Tim is allowed on this videos.
TCH. Whatever, Rumiko Komiya, the OC characters from Japan. Oh my flying lord. Molly. I cannot believe you are sounding Japanese to me, and you are not speaking English. How dare you not speaking English to me? Rumiko, and Rudrani. That's it. You are grounded for 5,000 years.
Wait, what? Victoria? Are you a racism supporter or what? How dare you ground me just for speaking Japanese to you? Myself. My friends from Japan and India, Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani, the Indian Vinder and Protagonist Animator 2007. You should know that I can speaking Japanese to Rumiko and Rudrani whenever the hell I want to.
I agree with Molly-san. Besides, you cannot get grounded for speaking other languages like Japanese, Hindi, Chinese, Spanish, France and the other. Plus, you are actually offended my nationality, which is Asian Japanese. That's so it, Victoria. Go back to your room.
Well, Molly-san, your meanie sister Victoria is a racism supporter by grounding you just because you're speaking Japanese to us.
I know, right, Mrs. Rudrani? My sister Victoria should know that she cannot ground someone over speaking or learning the other languages. My meanie sister, Victoria, should ashamed of herself for grounding me just because I'm speaking Japanese to you and Rumiko-san.
Anyways, sorry if you speaking in other languages is interrupted by Victoria Peterson by grounding you with her invalid reason over it. Let's continue speaking/learning in other languages. Shall we, Molly-san?
हेलो मिस रुमिको एंड मिस रुद्रानी, आप दोनों से मिलकर अच्छा लगा.
Well, Mrs. Molly. Good jobs for speaking my local languages, that is Hindi. You've done very well, Mrs. Molly, for speaking Hindi to us.
धन्यवाद मिस रुमिको एंड मिस रुद्रानी, आप दो सर्वश्रेष्ठ हैं.
Oh my freaking god. Molly. How dare you speaking Hindi to your two idiotic friends, Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani, the Indian Vinder and Protagonist Animator 2007. You should know that I hate the Hindi language so much. That's so freaking it. You are even more grounded for 90 million years. Go to your room right now and never ever come back until you die.
Bruh, racist to India much, Victoria? Why the world did you ground me just because I'm speaking Japanese and Hindi to Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani, the Indian Vinder and Protagonist Animator 2007? That's it. I'm getting this to my parents about this, Victoria.
What the heck is going on here, my daughter Molly?
Well, Victoria. Molly told us that you ground her just because she was speaking Japanese and Hindi to her new friends, Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani, the Indian Vinder and Protagonist Animator 2007, to make her go international. Is this true?
Tell us the truth. Right. This instant.
To be completely honest. Yes. The reason why I grounding Molly over speaking Japanese and Hindi to her new friends, Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani, is because I don't like the fact that Molly looks like Japanese and Hindi to me. I am sorry, Mom, Dad, Rumiko, and Roy Chowdhury.
Wow. Racist toward the Japanese and Indian people much? Victoria? Why in the living hell you ground my daughter Molly just because my daughter Molly, speaking Japanese and Hindi to her new friends, Rumiko Komiya and Rajani the Indian Viender and protagonist animator 2007.
You should know that grounding someone just because of people speaking or learning another language is an invalid reason to get grounded. Plus, my improved daughter Molly has the rights to speak Japanese and Hindi to her new friends whatever the hell she wants to. You're grounded until both Tanvir Animat's 14th birthday and Sarah's 16th birthday comes. Which is the 14th of June this year. As your punishment, you will be forced to watch Shinkanjaya and Hadappa by Rumiko Komiya and Rudrani the Indian Viender and protagonist animator 2007 for grounding my improved daughter just because she's speaking Japanese and Hindi to her new friends.
Let's go, my improved daughter. Let your new friends deal with your mean daughter, Victoria. I teach Victoria a lesson for grounding you just because you speaking Japanese and Hindi to them.
Well, Victoria, it's punishment time for grounding Molly-san over speaking Japanese and Hindi to both two of us.
Wait, what? A punishment? No, Rumiko and Rudrani. I didn't even do anything wrong to both your new friends, aka my sister, Molly Peterson.
Well, Victoria, for grounding your own sister just because she's speaking Japanese to Hindi to both of us, it's time for your punishment. Victoria the Lannies Dub 2.0.
Wait, what? A punishment? No, Rumiko and Roy Chowdhury. Please, don't start my punishment just because I'm grounding Molly for speaking Japanese and Hindi to both of you.
Well, guess what, Victoria? Too bad. So sad. You will get a punishment here and that's final.
First off, you will be forced to watch Shinkanjaya to see how you like that for grounding Molly for speaking Japanese and Hindi to two of us. You should know that Molly Peterson can speak the Japanese and Hindi language to us whatever the hell she wants to.
Well, that TV show sucks. My own series, The Cheer Girls, are so many times better than that stupidest Japanese TV shows. Wah a a a a a a a a a a a
Well, Victoria, we don't care. And now, second punishment. You will be forced to watch Hadappa, aka My Country's movie of 2009.
2 jam kemudian.
Well, that movie sucks so hard. I can't stand with that 2009 Hindi Bollywood movie so much. Wah a a a a a a a a a a a a a
Well, Victoria, this will teach you a lesson for grounding Mrs. Molly just because Mrs. Molly's speaking Japanese and Hindi to 2 of us. And don't you think about grounding someone over speaking different languages to the people from the other countries ever again.